threats,
Mr. Khan, Mr. Khan.
Don't push your luck with me.
anger,
Don't, sir, don't.
desperation.
I'm going to phone the back. I'm going to phone the back.
What happens when debt
I know my rights. Do not touch me again.
tracks you down?
I'm not even paying a penny of it.
Up and down the UK,
Nobody had that kind of cash.
we see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents
Can't believe that's been in it.
dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
My daughter's birthday today.
Because if you can't pay,
I really don't have any money to make payment.
they'll take it away. Research has shown that late payments pose a major problem for small and medium-sized businesses. Nearly 1 in 3 payments to small companies are late, and this is estimated to cost the UK economy £2.5 billion a year. High Court enforcement agents Max Caraher and Steve Pinner are in southwest London to collect a debt of almost £2,000 owed by cafe owner Waleed Adamu.
Okay, Max, we're now approaching Tooting. Where are we off to?
We're off to see Mr. Waleed Adamu.
Mr. Adamu owes the money to a bakery goods supplier whom he failed to pay.
That's it, Broadway Cafe. Yeah.
Is that space down?
I don't know.
The claimant escalated the case to the High Court, and now Mr. Adamu must pay in full today.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Are you Waleed?
No, I'm not Waleed.
I'm here to speak to Waleed Adamu.
He's not here Waleed anymore. That's my ID here.
The man shows Max a credit card. It's not in Mr. Adamu's name, but Max and Steve need to make further enquiries.
Oh, you're a guardian.
My name's Max Caraher,
Yeah,
my
nice
colleague
to meet
Steve
you.
Pinner. We're enforcement agents. We've been sent here with a High Court writ, sir.
You're looking for Waleed.
Yes, we are.
Waleed is not here anymore.
Did he used to own the business?
Yeah,
and-
yeah, he's not anymore.
So who are you, sir? Are you the boss of the new
No,
business?
no, because I'm helping on the shop. Yeah, that's right.
You're just a chef
Yeah,
here.
boss is right.
Who operates from here?
There is someone who's not here. Yeah,
But
because
we
it's
can
been-
solve all this if perhaps we get the boss on the phone.
Well, I don't know. So leave me to what there is.
Who, you don't know the boss? Who pays your wages?
Yeah, I'm helping here. I'm not working here.
The problem we have is that until we see photographic ID of who owns it or who
Yeah,
rents it,
alright.
with no disrespect to you,
Yeah, yeah.
I could give you my credit card
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you could
yeah.
show me.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
But Max is sceptical of the man's claims and starts a search of the premises.
Yeah, I'm going to go look around the till. Sorry. Waleed Adamu trading as the Broadway Kitchen, which is where we are. They can't get us in touch with him.
The pile of letters on the counter are all addressed to the debtor.
My friend, who do you call if there's a problem here? You don't know?
You must have an emergency contact. You must.
No, no, no.
But then another man arrives at the cafe.
Hi there, Mr.
Waleed Adamu.
Hello?
Nice to meet you, sir.
The man is the debtor, and he wants answers.
What's the problem now?
We need to collect £1,909.
No.
You choose, sir. You either pay for it or we
I don't
enforce
pay
the
for
rent.
it.
Then we remove goods.
We'll do it. You're not scaring me.
I'm not scaring
I'm
you, I'm
telling you
just
something
stating a
because
fact.
I'm not on my right.
Okay.
The business is somebody else's name.
Okay.
You're not allowed to take anything. All this money, believe me, I'm not going to pay a penny.
Why is that? I know because you're
not
arguing.
man, listen to me.
No, no,
because
I'm not
there
going
is
to
no
shout at
person.
me. You're going to
Listen,
shout
because
at
you
me.
try to explain to you.
Okay,
You're not
explain without
chasing me
shouting.
up, or you're going to put the knife on my neck to take the money which is not mine.
Okay, well
You
it is. The
understand
High
that?
Court have decided it is yours.
Whatever it is, I will go to the court. I will do respect the court, but the reason I wasn't in the court.
If you respect the court,
that's the problem.
you
Yes.
pay it.
What do you mean?
The High Court commanded you to pay it.
You affect my business today big time.
You've affected
you know
your
what I
own
mean? You come
business,
in here,
sir.
you're making a scene. It doesn't work like this.
But when there's contractors here removing goods, it will cause more
Listen,
problems.
this is not the way you behave with the people. You come
Okay.
into the premises and you come in like I would remove your goods. Why are you going to remove my goods?
Why?
Well,
You
yes.
just said they're your goods.
Yeah.
I thought they weren't your
It's
goods.
my business, yes.
After claiming the business wasn't his, Mr. Adamu has changed his story.
Well,
Seriously, you got in my nerves.
Well,
Because the way you're dealing
unfortunately.
with me,
Are you-
I don't like it.
are you gonna pay it and then we'll leave?
Listen to me.
Yes.
Could you just get out from the bar there and
No.
come back this side?
With no payment looking likely, Max and Steve start an inventory of seizable goods. But Mr. Adamu isn't calming down.
Why you are like making me wind up? Because you're telling me
Try not to.
that you're gonna move the goods and all these things.
That
That's
is-
not the way you behave with the people. You're gonna remove all the goods here.
Yeah.
Because
And that's worth bloody £20,000. You're taking a piece of
It won't be worth 20 grand at auction. I'm telling you, sir, unfortunately, we
That's how
have to
we-
remove if we don't get any payment. We have to.
Don't
Is
go
it-
like pushing,
it-
alright?
So just
He is a good in his job,
Okay,
but the
yeah.
way you're talking, you
Yes.
wind up with people because we're already in a problem here.
So you got to pay it.
You've been silly.
I'm not being silly.
Here you go.
Oh.
When you finish, you close the door. There you go.
that's a different
So
one.
we
Take
can't
bloody
take.
fucking kids. You're
We
not
can't
gonna scare
take
me.
it.
Listen.
I'm
You're
not
gonna
trying to scare you at
You're not
all.
gonna scare me.
How much am I
Go
scare you?
fucking shop now.
Don't swear
and
at
take
me.
all the fucking-
Don't swear at me.
Go away. Listen, no one's gonna make me press on the bloody.
Don't
fucking
swear
button.
at me.
I swear in my property. Don't fucking go like, pushing me. If you're a man, fucking clear it now. Fucking clear it now.
Please.
This simple job has turned into a highly charged standoff.
You're not gonna scare me, believe me.
With Mr. Adamu refusing to calm down, the agents will have to act fast to stop this case from spiralling out of control. Max Caraher and Steve Pinner were in southwest London to recover nearly £2,000 owed by a cafe owner.
Who operates from here?
The man they first met denied the debtor, Mr. Adamu, still owns the cafe.
Yes, we
Well,
are.
he's not here anymore.
But then Mr. Adamu arrived.
Hi there, Mr.
Walid Adamo.
He said he couldn't pay.
I'm not gonna pay a penny.
But as Max started listing assets, Mr. Adamu began to lose his temper.
Listen, no one's gonna make me press on. If you're a man, fucking clear it now.
Now, the agents have to try and get this case back on track. But Mr. Adamu is still angry.
I came into this country with £2 in my pocket, do you understand? You just put it in your head. And no one fucking make me press up to make a loan. I don't do loans.
Sir, you need
I
to
cash
take
in
a
my
deep
pocket. That's what I'm paying.
Sir,
you
chill out.
understand?
You're not listening, okay?
I'm
You're not
listening to
listening.
you. Clear it.
Wow. He doesn't like you. Oh, not a good day.
With the debtor now gone, the agents have no choice but to remove assets in his absence, adding further fees to the debt. But as the equipment would fetch a fraction of its worth at auction, Max and Steve will have to clear a substantial amount of goods to cover the money owing. Max calls the office to get the client's approval to begin the process.
Hi, Alison. It's all kicking off down here. This defendant has refused to pay. Could you speak to the client? They've got two choices: either removal of the assets that are here, or they aren't going to get anything. Just by
But then, Mr. Adamu returns.
The business worth £100,000. For £1,900, you're gonna shut my business.
2,500.
That's-
It's
yeah.
gone up.
Pizza oven
Yes.
costs £2,000.
Okay, at
Yes.
auction it won't cost £2,000.
How much are gonna cost? £1?
No idea.
How much?
I don't.
We don't
Show me
know.
the auction then. I'm gonna buy all equipment from there.
You can go to the auction.
Yeah, show me.
Do me a favour.
Yes.
Don't shout at me and get. Okay.
I shout. Is there a problem for you?
It is.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
I don't
listen.
care. If you
I'm
don't
just
like
gonna-
it, move.
No, we've got to take the goods. Okay, you'll lose them because of your stubbornness.
You are a geezer, you know the tricks, you know what I mean? You're tricky, you know
I'm
what I mean?
tricky.
You're a street boy, you know what I mean?
I'm a street.
You
boy.
like, you know
No,
the tricks, you
I'm
know what I
not
mean?
a
You
street
try to play with
boy.
me.
I'm not playing with you.
Don't take in a piss.
I'm not taking
right?
a piss out of you.
Because the way you're
Well,
talking, you're telling me that it's fucking worth like £1. That oven, yeah, in auction.
you-
How much
you're
worth?
going
How
to-
much?
No idea. It's
You live in the
going.
UK, come on,
This
come
is
on.
going.
Well, Lee.
Come on, you know the prices. How much that?
No idea.
How much?
No idea.
So what are you telling me then it's not worth in
I'm
£20,000?
telling you that it's not worth £2,000 at all.
What do you mean?
I'm not going to speak about this further because you won't listen. Okay.
While Max continues making the inventory, Steve tries to reason with Mr. Adamu.
We need to calm you down a little bit.
He wind me up, that guy,
Okay,
believe me.
deal with me. Okay.
Sir, I do respect you as my father. You're not that old, but I'm
I
trying
am.
to explain.
I am.
Listen, I've been through the divorce,
Okay.
all right? I lost my house already, all right? I pay a lot of money. I got a kid to look after. I can't go to the edge to beg people. I'm a good person. I'm paying the rate. I'm paying
I'll tell you
the
what,
things,
for a good person, you're really, really loud.
I'm very loud.
You are.
I am loud.
I think the age difference of Steve and myself can really benefit a situation that is spiralling out of control. Because Steve is a few years older than me, people could perhaps talk to him as the fatherly figure.
With Mr. Adamu calmer, he makes the agents a surprising offer.
I've said
I
no.
give you my watch,
no,
Rolex.
no.
£7,000.
Oh, is it a real Rolex?
Take it. Oh, that's not fake.
It is fake.
Believe me, no, brother. Do you want to go with documents for that?
It's fake.
It's not.
It is definitely
Believe me,
fake.
it's not.
It's fake.
You two, you two are never going to get
No,
on.
it's fake.
I've seized lots of real Rolexes in my career.
The agents can't accept the watch, but it's now 20 minutes since Max called for permission from the claimant to remove goods. And with afternoon rush hour traffic building up, Max is concerned that organising a specialist removal of heavy kitchen equipment now may prove difficult. He speaks to the office.
We will need a gas engineer
And an electrician.
and an electrician. Would need a lot of contractors if they want everything.
The office offer a solution.
Just take the coffee machine. Sure. Thanks, Alison. Bye.
However, there's a problem.
That's not mine.
If it's leased, we won't be removing it.
Mr. Adamu gets the leasing company on the phone.
Hello?
It's Capital Coffee here.
Yep.
The espresso machine, the grinder, belongs to us. He rents it from us.
Okay, can you just confirm what it actually is?
It's an espresso barista espresso machine. The grinder is at an F64. It's
You're
a
correct.
Zara.
Yeah, you know what? That's good enough for me. You've confirmed exactly what models they are on site.
Okay.
That's absolutely fine for me.
With the coffee machine out of bounds, the agents are running out of options. All they can do now is to give Mr. Adamu some extra time to come up with the money.
No good news yet. This is the controlled goods agreement. Sign it.
We agree.
The controlled goods agreement lists all the seizable assets in the cafe. Now, if Mr. Adamu doesn't pay the money he owes within the time agreed, all the items listed will be seized.
Deal.
Okay.
Deal. Your gazer.
The case is resolved for now. But if Mr. Adamu breaks his promise, the agents will be back.
$1 million question. Do you think that defendant is going to make the payment as promised?
I think he will.
Yeah.
It's not 100%, and if I'm wrong, I accept that I'm wrong.
Would you like to put a sportsman's bet on that?
Don't do betting. But I will buy you a cupcake if I lose.
Fantastic.
And you can buy me dinner if I win.
This year, personal debt in the UK is expected to hit levels not seen since the 2008 financial crash. The total amount owed has increased by nearly £50 billion in the last year and currently stands at over £1.5 trillion. High Court enforcement agents Matt Highway and Gary Ball are on their way to Redditch in the West Midlands. They have a writ to recover a debt of just over £1,700 owed by an accountant to a dissatisfied former client.
Where are we off to? We're going to see Mrs. Sandra Kanzi. She owes £1,745.08.
Mrs. Kanzi's former client hired a new accountant who advised that sections of Mrs. Kanzi's work needed redoing.
Lovely views, aren't they?
The ex-client took Mrs. Kanzi to court to recover their costs and won. Now she must pay the money she owes in full today.
Hello, sir, how are you? Can I speak to Mrs. Sandra Kanzi, please? Is she not? Could you give her a call for me?
What's it to do with?
My name's Matthew Highway, sir. I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
Oh, hi.
Here with the High Court writ today.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps if I can speak to her, we can probably get the matter resolved.
Okay.
The man, Sandra's partner, David,
Thank
gets her on the phone.
Hello there, my name's Matthew Highway. I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
Yeah.
I'm at your property today with the High Court writ.
Right, okay.
So it's to do with the CCJ that went through court. That's now been escalated to the High Court for enforcement purposes. There's an outstanding balance of £1,745.08 payable.
I can't give you that money today.
Right. Is it okay to disclose the information to this gentleman? Is it your husband, is it?
Of course,
Yeah.
he's my partner.
No worries.
Yeah. Can I speak to him then?
Yeah,
And
of
then
course.
Just 1 second. Can you not borrow it from somebody? No? Yeah, you come home when you're ready, yeah. Okay, right. I've got a mower you can have.
Right,
Those.
okay.
Shall we go and look at that?
But we'd much rather, we'd much rather not go through that process.
No, I know, but-
We'd much rather get this resolved.
Sure.
It isn't absolute fortunes.
Trouble is, we've got a big house. We haven't got lots of...
Right, okay.
If you'll see.
Let's go and have a look around there while,
Okay.
while we're waiting.
Come on then.
Thank you.
Whilst they wait for Mrs. Kanzi to return home, the agents go inside to look for assets they could seize if she doesn't pay. But they're in for a surprise.
Well, I haven't seen a Christmas tree for a while. In April.
You can see how well organised we are. That telly I have to leave on because that won't turn on. Oh, there's a piano, but that's not worth anything. We've got that free. We're not very well organised, I'm afraid. Be careful as you go. There's loads of stuff everywhere.
This is the playroom.
Look, my daughter's 17 today, so...
Right. Any more rooms down here, or...?
Yeah, there's a study. You can have a look in there. Yeah, that's a bit dishevelled. I say, we may finish this house one day.
One day.
How long have you been here?
Quite a while.
Have you?
Yeah. There's not much there, I don't think.
More hoarding.
Yeah.
The large family house is in a state of disarray, and there doesn't appear to be any assets of value worth seizing.
Oh, you're all right?
Yeah, it's all right. Just moving the exercise bike out the way.
Oh, okay. That doesn't work, would you believe?
Now all the agents can do is wait for Mrs. Cansey's return to see whether she can raise any cash.
We'll make you a cup of tea, but I don't think you deserve it.
All right, okay.
Yes, that's what would you like a tea?
I've been nicer to you than anybody else today.
You didn't seem very nice.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that. White, no sugar?
White with one sugar, please. That's all right.
No, I'm alright, thank you.
No, I won't put anything in it, honest.
I'm going to watch you, don't worry.
You know what? Worst things happen at sea.
They do? Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's all right.
Are you not married to Sandra then?
No, 28 years.
You've been together?
Yeah.
Really?
Just never got around to that, have
It's on your to-do list.
I? She's a little bit of an avoider.
Yeah.
She'll see something and think, I'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
And then there it is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Unfortunately, we're not able to avoid
I
it.
know. I wish you were.
Some people react with craziness, jumping up and down, physical violence, verbal abuse, and some people just haven't got it in them. I would much rather deal with it, and it is a much more pleasant experience for us.
40 minutes after she was called, Sandra arrives home.
Hi, Sandra.
Hello.
How are you?
Is it better?
Yeah, had better days.
I wasn't ignoring this at all,
No.
but I knew that I needed to ring somebody, but I go in and then I just get pushed and pulled all over the place by staff, clients, everybody else, and then of course it doesn't get done as quickly as it should. I'm not a bad person, I haven't done anything wrong.
No one's saying you are, mate. I've not said that at all.
No, it's all right.
And I tried to help them, and then they just, it's just ridiculous. It's my daughter's birthday today, so she's upset with her boyfriend, and I don't even know how to go. Right, okay.
Do you want a cup of tea because you missed out on the run?
No, I'm fine.
How did the debt arise, Sandra?
I'm an accountant and they were a client and we were doing work for them and she didn't appreciate what we were doing. So I basically said, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm not prepared to work with you. So they left, went to another accountant. He decided that he was going to change what we had done and he was going to charge them for the privilege of it, and then they decided they were then obviously going to charge me.
Well, I know you've been here a long time, so you obviously got the correspondence from the county court. Why not fight your case at that point?
It's easy for everyone to say, well, you should have done this and you should have done the other, but when you just don't have enough hours in the day to even sleep almost, it's just impossible.
Despite Sandra's dispute with the claimant, Matt and Gary have to get this case resolved one way or another.
As you're aware, we've got to enforce this High Court writ. At the moment, this writ is £1,745.08.
I know you come here and you think, we've got loads of money and all the rest of it.
I don't think anything.
No, I know.
I don't think anything.
I'm just saying, no, we haven't, because my business isn't earning me any money. So we get by day to day at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think anything. I'm not making any assumptions at all. I'm just giving you black and white as to what we are here to do.
Sandra's business may be struggling, but Matt has to make it clear that if the case isn't resolved here today, the agents have the right to remove assets from her office.
There are 2 properties named on the High Court writ. One of them's here and one of them is your work address, the business, all right?
Yeah, I know, but then I can't keep my business going, can I?
The agents have been in the house for almost an hour. Now it seems that the prospect of her business being put at risk has finally prompted Sandra to act.
There's $1,400 in my account.
Can't find another...
£345.
The dog's worth a few quid.
No, can't take dogs.
When you've got crappy credit...
Yeah, she's worth £750,000.
Yeah, I know, but that's the problem. It's one of those where it's in the house, but we can't get at it. I've got 100 there.
I've got 65 down there.
65?
But I can put probably 35 into that.
So that makes 1,600. Another tenner.
Thank you.
Right, so where are we then?
So we're £135 adrift. My maths is right.
Check again.
That's
That's all right.
I think it is.
Oh, that's what it is.
David goes to make a call to see whether he can raise the outstanding £135.
So my sister's going to lend me the money. Well, I'm glad we found it.
So we should be all done in a minute, Sandra, yeah? So I'm going to leave you a copy of the writ from the High Court. Okay.
You might as well have.
Oh, don't be stupid, David.
They might as well have the 8p. Have that levels it all up.
With the help of David's sister, Mrs. Cansey's debt is paid off in full.
Have you got any other jobs to go to?
Thankfully, that's it for the day.
I've been pulling you out.
Merciful.
No, sorry.
Thanks so much.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
David. Sure.
It's been a good result for the agents.
Lovely couple.
What's happening with the garage?
Needs a new door. It's on his list of things to do.
Typical example of being asset rich. Well, £750,000 house, but struggling to find a tenant.
Matt and Gary got the result they needed in an unexpected situation. But in Max and Paul's next case,
I really don't have any money to make payments.
a debtor in denial risks losing everything.
This can't be right.
It is, I'm afraid.
In the first quarter of 2017, nearly 300,000 county court judgments were issued against individuals in England and Wales. Rising by over a third from the previous year, they now stand at the highest level recorded in over a decade. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill and Max Caraher are in Pinner, North West London. They're here to collect a debt of almost £28,000 owed by a dentist in unpaid rent.
Paul, we're off to see Dr. Parag Patel and we're looking to collect £27,966.76.
18 months ago, Dr. Patel was struck off for malpractice and barred from working for 5 years. But he failed to settle the rent bill on his exclusive central London clinic.
He's a doctor. I have a feeling that these are going to be really big houses. I think it's the next left down that private road. There, big property.
Dr. Patel's landlord took him to court and won. Now he must pay the £28,000 he owes today in cash or goods.
Well, they could all not be on finance.
I bet that 07 plate BM isn't. Hello, sir.
Hello?
Here to see Mr. Parag Patel.
This is my son, not here.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Whose property is this?
Family, my property.
Your
my
property.
other two sons' property.
Okay.
He has nothing to do here.
Certainly. Can I see the paperwork for who lives in this house?
Paperwork?
Yes.
Hey, you can come in. Come in and have a look.
I'll shut the door.
He has nothing to do with here.
Despite the debtor's father's claims, this is the address on the writ, and the agents have the right to investigate whether he's telling the truth. Max immediately spots some paperwork.
Here we go. Parag Patel.
He cannot beg without his permission.
I can, I'm afraid, sir.
This is not his room. Please, don't see this paper.
Here we go.
I'm telling you, we might have to take action.
The debtor's father is keen to remove the paperwork, but Max has already seen enough.
There's his mail here. There's his belongings here with his name on it. It's completely reasonable for us to assume that he resides here.
Is your son, Dr. Patel, in this country?
Yeah, he is.
Is he coming home tonight?
Well, you make up.
It's clear that this is Dr. Patel's home.
This room is your son's room.
And the agents have the right to remove goods belonging to him, even in his absence. So Max turns his attention to the expensive cars parked outside and goes in search of keys.
None of the cars outside belongs to him.
Really?
Yeah.
Max looks in the silver BMW for evidence of who owns it.
Oh, bingo. That's a good bit of information right there.
The document is the letter sent to Dr. Parag Patel, informing him of the enforcement.
In the silver BMW, there's our money order.
Don't want you.
This is all about our case. Right,
No.
well, sir, this is all about the case that we're here for.
No,
So you need to sit down, and
I'm not going to do it.
the head of the family could take a real dislike to the enforcement agents. It's his family, it's his turf, and we're there. He is going to put up a barrier, and we are often going to be met with confrontation. That's just how it is, and how it always will be.
With evidence to show that the silver BMW in the driveway belongs to Dr. Patel, Max clamps it. But then someone arrives at the house.
Hello, madam.
How did you enter the house?
Peaceful entry. You opened the door and I walked in.
I don't care. You walked in the house,
Yes, correct.
but the person whom you want
Yes.
is not here.
The woman is Dr. Patel's sister-in-law.
Madam, I've got a
This is
high
my
court
second
writ.
chance.
Is there any way you could get him on the phone for us?
I don't have his number.
You don't
because
have his
he
number?
lives in this house.
Yes.
Mainly because of his. He is the son, and he wants to keep him. That's why he's in this house.
The debtor's sister-in-law claims she's unable to get in touch with him. Paul heads outside to update the office. But then, suddenly, Dr. Patel arrives.
Hello, sir. You're,
did you get
You're
entry?
Mr. Patel.
Yes.
Here's my identification. You live here?
Well, I live with my father, yeah.
We've got a high court writ for you. You know what it's about. We found the court orders in a vehicle there. Are you in a position to make the payment?
I really don't have any money to make payments.
Is there anyone who can help you?
Not at this moment, no.
With that case, sir, I'm going to escalate this to the sale and disposal stage. Okay? The new balance is £30,737.56. We are now going to remove what assets we see fit to try and cover this debt.
Not my property.
Okay, you need to prove it.
I don't have to prove anything. I think I need to call the police. This is
So there's no need to swear.
Just deal with the car. Who does the silver BMW belong to?
my wife.
You need to prove it, or we'll take it.
How can I prove it?
Original bills of sale.
I'll see what I can find.
Dr. Patel and his sister-in-law go in search of documents to prove that the silver BMW doesn't belong to him.
Can this work?
No. This document is not proof of ownership. I can't submit that.
The tax reminder is addressed to Dr. Patel's wife, but it isn't proof that she owns the car. And with no other evidence to prove it isn't his, the agents can seize it today. But before they call recovery, Max wants to give Dr. Patel one last chance to pay.
What could you do on a monthly basis? What can you afford in your current position? Because I have to sell this to the claimant.
£100.
A couple of £100.
They won't accept that. But they would want a substantial down payment before they. So you're not earning sufficient money to make any payments towards this at all.
I've been struck up for a while now, so I put everything in there to keep it going.
Presumably you're living at the moment. You're earning
Well, I'm
money.
living because of their hospitality. It was 110,000, and I put it down to 24 with borrowed and stuff like that. Right? So it's not that I haven't paid them.
People can be at the top of their game, and then things can change. And then debt can drag them down and change the way they live, change what their family thinks of them, and then the last thing they want is enforcement agents turning up.
With no decent offer of payment on the table, Paul calls for recovery.
Helen, can we arrange to come and pick this car up if we got indemnity for it, please?
While the agents wait, Mr. Patel's father seems keen to make amends.
He's listening nicely, but you are not, you know.
I'm listening, sir.
You are young and you've got black hair. Let it be white, and you will understand better than what he understands.
Oh, I will try, sir.
I'm sure about it.
I will try my best to. Hopefully, with
Let's
age
hear
will
that.
come wisdom.
Thank you very much for at least listening.
Take care. Be lucky.
Okay, thank you very much. Wish
you,
you
sir.
good luck.
10 minutes later, the recovery vehicle arrives.
This can't be right.
It is, I'm afraid.
The car will now be stored for 14 days. If Dr. Patel can prove within that time that the car does in fact belong to his wife, it will be returned.
It's up to her to prove it could be the original bill of sale to show that it was actually sold to her, not you.
If you get that, give me a call.
But if no proof is forthcoming, the car will be sold at auction and the agents will be back for the balance. Research has revealed that more than 50% of small business owners in the UK are under financial pressure. To keep their businesses afloat, nearly 1 in 5 resorts to using personal savings, while a third have not made any provisions for their pensions. High Court enforcement agents Matt Highway and Gary Ball are in Weymouth, Dorset, to collect over £5,000 owed by a building company to a security firm.
Mr. Matthew Penwell, trading as JJP Build and Maintain Southwest Limited, and he owes £5,087.97.
The agents have been told by the claimant that he owns a working van, which could be seized if Mr. Penwell can't or won't pay today.
The defendant has a 2009 Volkswagen Transporter. Oh, there it is. Right outside the house.
It's a valuable asset. Gary takes immediate action and clamps the van. He hopes the prospect of losing it will prompt swift payment.
Okay. Big dog. Hello, sir. Could I speak to Matthew Penwell?
That's my son, yes.
Or somebody from JP Build or Maintains Southwest. You're a director of the company, are you?
I am, yes.
My name's Matthew Harris, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. Here with the High Court writ today. There's an outstanding balance of £5,087.97. So we're instructed to collect that balance or to seize goods to the value of. So the question is, can we get payment of this?
I'm sorry, the company is struggling financially. It's struggling for the last 6 months. Bills haven't been paid. After the last job I'd done for him, I didn't get payment in full for the work that was done. Some of it's related to another property. He's trying to take both the company and my eldest son, who's a part of the director of the company, to court as well. It's left the business in a very bad position, to be honest.
As the debtor's father, Jeremy Penwell, is a director of the business, the agents can deal with him as well as his son.
Well, my accountant has been dealing with some of my matter. Some of the claim was incorrect.
Right.
So it was all a bit strange. He preferred it back to them, and to be honest, I haven't heard anything since.
Right.
But the appeal has yet to be heard in court, and the High Court writ is active today. With the debtor's father saying they can't pay, the agents need to look for other company assets. And with the van outside, Matt needs to investigate whether the company is trading from this address.
I'm sorry. No, I'm not having a property.
You don't have any choice, sir.
Well, there's nothing in here at JJP.
Okay, if there isn't, then it'll be up to the person in the property to prove to me that the items belong to them. Vehicle has been seized. We'll organise removal of that.
No, I'm sorry, it can't be, because
Okay.
it's my name. That was advice from my accountant.
Mr. Penwell claims he's transferred ownership of the van from the company to himself personally. He calls his accountant.
High Court Enforcement Officers Active turned up. They're looking to seize the van and goods to the value of £5,300. I just need some advice how to proceed in this situation. Okay, alright. Okay, thank you very much. Bye, bye. I'm sorry, my accountant's in meeting.
Yeah, there isn't anything the accountant can do, Jeremy.
The van's in my name, you're still adamant in taking it.
It's got the company written all up the side of the van. I'm more than happy that I would remove that as an asset of the company. Just to let you know, if we do have to go to what's called stage 3 of enforcement, it does add another £1,100 onto the debt. As much as it is our job, it's the last thing we want to do is taking things away from people, but unfortunately, when the court's commanded it, that is what we have to do.
The van's worth more than that anyway.
We'll get an auction value on it. A lot of people don't realise, the High Court writ doesn't command me to go and collect the money. That isn't what the writ says. The High Court writ tells me to go and seize the goods of the defendant. So in other words, the court has already come to that end result that you're not going to pay, because the county courts have already asked you to pay, and you haven't. So if payment's not forthcoming, we are there to seize goods.
Mr. Penwell hasn't provided any proof that the van isn't a company asset. It could be seized, but before they call recovery, Matt wants to give him another chance to pay.
Do you want to make any calls? Do you want us to,
I'm not sure what to do.
Give it a little bit of time. Well, I've told you there's two options in this case. You'll pay, or we'll take things away to cover the debt. I'd much rather he didn't go to take his stuff away. But unfortunately, that's in your hands. Make no mistake about it. Items will go today.
Mr. Penwell now faces a stark choice. Find the cash or face losing what little he has. High Court enforcement agents Matt and Gary were in Weymouth to collect over £5,000 owed by a building company.
Could I speak to Matthew Penwell?
That's my son, yes.
The debtor's father and co-director of the company, Jeremy Penwell, seemed keen to keep his son out of the situation.
He's trying to take both the company and my eldest son, who's part of the director of the company, to court as well. It's left the business in a very bad position, to be honest.
He claimed he'd appealed the case.
My accountant has been dealing with this matter because some of the claim was incorrect.
But the High Court writ was active, so the agents seized his van.
You're also adamant in taking it.
It's got the company written all up the side of the van.
Now, the agents must try and get this case resolved, one way or another.
Can I get my mother and try and sort this out?
Is it to get the money to pay? Is that what it's for?
Partially, yes.
What's the other reason for it?
Well, she wants to come and speak to you.
Oh, right, okay.
She wants to know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, fine. We do obviously have to carry on our job in the meantime, unfortunately.
While Jeremy waits for his mother to arrive, the agents search the house for a home office, which may contain company assets. But upstairs appears to be a normal family home.
And how old is he?
21.
This is Matthew that the claim is against?
He's named as the company director with myself. Yeah.
Okay, and does he have anything to do with the company at all?
Not really.
No?
No, not really.
No.
I tried to bring my son into the business, but it just wasn't. He's just not interested. He's still a full-time student at Lane College.
The reason for Jeremy's reluctance to involve his son becomes clear. It seems that despite his son's inactivity in the company, Jeremy failed to remove him from official company records.
What you've done, Jeremy, unfortunately, you've implicated him on a High Court writ. What you've also done, in the meantime, you've given a 21-year-old lad a CCJ against him.
I'm quite impressed that the guy went after my son when he knew the problem was between him and me. I've done work for him, and there's nothing substantial about the work I've done for him, and he's completely...
Right, but unfortunately there's been a court case, and the court case has been decided by the judge, hasn't it? Yeah, quite often we'll uncover, strange situations in the process of enforcing a writ. We just have to sort of deal with those as they come along. Sometimes you'll uncover all sorts of issues between other members of the family, but it's all part of the enforcement job.
A few minutes later, Jeremy's mother arrives.
Can you tell me exactly what is going on?
If you could tell me who you are, first of all.
I'm Mrs. Penwell. I'm Jeremy's mother.
Jeremy's mother, of
Yes.
course. Yeah. Is that okay, Jeremy?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, okay. So we're High Court enforcement agents, and we've been asked to attend the property today with the High Court writ.
Right.
To do with an amount of money that's been through the county court. The CCJ has been issued against Matthew, JJP Build and Maintain South West.
Are you able to tell me why he said we owed him?
I don't know. There isn't any notes on there to say that.
So
And
what exactly? Excuse me.
Yeah.
So did you know about this court case on the 9th? You knew about this court case on the 9th, did you?
The 9th of May?
Yeah.
There was paperwork that came.
You haven't told me any of this.
Well, no, I haven't worried you with it because it was.
I wish at times you would.
It was so silly.
Well, we can't have your van taken, so I shall have to go and get this 5,000. That's the only what we can do.
To save her son's work van, Jeremy's mother offers to clear his debt.
So I've got to get £5,000 cash.
The outstanding balance
80-something.
is £5,087.97.
She heads off to the bank.
We see it all the time where defendants will hide their debt, hide their current situation from other family members, sometimes even their mum. They don't want to let on to other people that they're in the situation they're in. Who wants to admit that, it's all gone wrong and actually, I need you to bail me out, not being able to talk to somebody else and let them know there's a problem. It can lead to all sorts of trouble. And the end result of that, of course, is 2 High Court enforcement agents knocking your door in.
Half an hour later, Jeremy's mother returns from the bank with a friend.
Can we have a receipt for the money?
Of course, yeah.
She's managed to raise the £5,000 her son owes in full. But then she spots the amount of the original county court judgment.
No. The original judgment that the claimant went to court for was £3,600.
Well, if we paid that, we wouldn't be paying 5 then.
No, you wouldn't, that's right.
Should I get the clamp off? All right.
Copy of the writs there, Jeremy, and a receipt for the payment in full, all right? I know it's not a great circumstance, but I'm sorry, I can only be as gentle as I can be. Thank you, Jeremy. Take care.
With the debt paid in full, Gary unclamps the van, and the case is resolved.
Mum was, absolutely livid. If this had been dealt with earlier, it could have been settled with £3,600, and instead today she's paying over £5,000. But it is what it is. It's done. We've got the payment for the claimant. They'll be happy.
And there's new campaign next Wednesday night at 9. Over on Comedy Central next, Joel Dommett joins the lineup for Chris Ramsey Stand Up Central. Next here on Channel 5, Fritzl, What Happened Next?
What happens when you get into debt?
I'll do what I want. I will punch you through that window.
And you can't
You think you can tear my family apart?
or won't pay it back.
I can't pay it. I can't pay it.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits,
Somebody's going to get hurt.
dealing with desperate debtors
You're kicking me out of my dad's house.
in dramatic situations.
Please don't be mad. Please stop me, man.
We meet the people who are losing their homes
Oh, God, I don't know, easy. No, that's
not.
Just relax.
and their possessions.
That's fine, because I dismissed everything. I'm going to take it.
Because whatever happens, if you can't pay,
Get your hands off me.
they'll take it away. Recent research shows that young people between the ages of 18 and 25 are facing 10 years of debt, with student loans and mortgages being the major factor. Almost 50% say that they lose sleep over the state of their personal finances, with many too scared to check their bank balance. Delroy Anglin and his son Dale are High Court enforcement agents. They travel hundreds of miles each week, recovering debts and seizing goods. Today they're in Lee, southeast London, with a writ for over £3,500 owed to a van rental company.
All right, Dale. What have we got? Got a Mr. Mohammed Bilal Tarafta. He owes the money to Ace Rent-A-Van Limited. We're coming for the amount of £3,507.89. That's a lot of money for renting a van. Got damage on a van.
If Mr. Tarafta can't or won't pay today, the agents have the power to seize goods to the value of the debt. But this case will be one of the toughest Delroy and Dale have ever faced.
Morning. My name's Dale Anglin. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. I'm looking for Mr. Mohammed Bilal Tarafta.
About what?
Pardon? I have to speak to him. Is
Yeah,
that
that's me.
is it you, yeah? It's regarding monies owed to Ace Rent-A-Van Limited.
Ace?
Yeah.
I've never heard of Ace.
You never heard of Ace Rent-A-Van?
Yeah, I've heard of them, but I only hired a van for 1 day.
Right. And they've taken you to court and issued a court order against yourself, and you owe them the amount of £3,507.89.
For what?
I don't know what it's for.
Ace, I have to call you back. Yeah. What, Ace is charging me £3,000 for hiring a van for
3,000.
1 day?
I don't know the details of it. Obviously, I only have the bill.
I ain't got notified about that.
All the letters
So
have been
they've got
sent
the
here.
van, so why am I supposed to pay for £3,000?
Is it for damage or something like that?
There is no damage on the van. I don't know why you got coming in without all these. I don't understand this, man.
When dealing with debtors, in most cases, they turn around and say, I know nothing about it, mate. I know about this debt. What are you on about? And so it goes on. I wouldn't be there unless the debt was owed, and they wouldn't be named in a High Court writ if they weren't responsible for that debt.
Bilal claims that the van was safely returned to the rental company and that the debt is nothing to do with him. But the High Court writ says otherwise.
We got a High Court writ to obviously come here to get the money off you. That's why we're here. We've been sent
But
here
I
to
haven't
get
got the money for that.
All right, okay,
I'm
I'll
not
help you
going to
pay
pay
the
for that
money.
unless I go to court.
No worries.
That's the only problem.
You can go back to court and
Yeah.
fight it, but obviously that's not going to stop action here today.
With Bilal saying he won't pay, the agent's only option is to start looking for assets.
Who's the vehicles in the drive?
Oh, that's my dad's in there.
Are you going to get the logbooks and insurance from them?
No, I ain't going to do that. That's because it's not their thing.
Who lives at the house with you?
My dad in there.
Is your dad here?
I'm not going to get my family involved for that. It's not even my mistake.
If Bilal can't prove the cars on the driveway belong to his father, they could be seized to offset the debt.
No, we want to make sure, right, that none of these vehicles belong to you. We'll have to seize the vehicles until you show us. That's how real. No, listen to me. I don't want to do that. That's what I'm saying. If you can show us, hear me, listen to me. That's what I'm saying. If you can show us the paperwork, then we haven't got to go down that long route.
The writ commands that the agents look for any assets Bilal might own, which means they need to get inside the house.
Let one of us in.
No.
But then, Bilal's father appears in the hallway.
No, sir.
Oh, no, I don't want some Ace fan. I've had a van for 1 day and he's charging me £3.5 grand.
What I'd like to do, with your permission, sir, is to come in.
No, come in my house. Come in my house.
I understand that, sir, but we want to be able to report back on your...
You can report whatever you like.
Okay.
You can't come in my house.
All right then, sir. Fine, okay. Who owns the vehicles in the drive? No worries, we've got the logbooks and the insurance.
Why didn't you get the number plate and find out?
Well, no, we just...
That's your duty.
It's not my duty. We just want to...
Anybody can come in my house.
We asked, sir, we asked. Either you talk to him, try and explain, then we're obviously going to have to... We're going to have to dig about and make inquiries on the vehicles. If he wants us to take the vehicles...
No, don't do that. Then he's going to put on my head.
A debtor may be anxious to not inform their family of their debt because it's embarrassing. For example, dad or mum may have previously bailed them out of a situation. And here we are again, confronted with enforcement agents in your house over a debt that you haven't taken care of.
Minutes later, Bilal's father comes back with his insurance documents.
That's fine, that's the... one second.
Take him and go.
He's a named driver on the Yaris, isn't he?
He's a driver only, but does he own the car?
No, I'll give you that. He's only a named driver.
Okay, go on. Can you go, please?
Please don't push me, sir.
No, get out!
Why are you going? Please
Get
don't
out!
push me.
Go! Go!
No, hold on.
You're not the authority here.
I am.
No, you're not.
I am.
Hands off!
I'm leave it.
Go!
Please don't do this.
Don't ever come in again in my door again.
Come on, brother. Listen, I'm
Go!
No, we're trying to keep it calm.
Get out from me at my
I'm not
door!
doing anything. We're just talking.
Please, let's get out.
Please stop shouting.
Okay?
Please stop shouting. We'll get this sorted.
You are breaking the law.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'll show you why I'm not. Look.
Look, I don't give hands off! Get out of
Why
here!
are you doing that?
Hey, leave it.
Stop that. No. Let me go.
Come on, man.
No, why do you want to do that? There's no need for that.
Come on, man.
Listen, I was inside. It's only when he hit that, the only reason I'm in there.
Unless you go out from here, it's going to be violent. I'll tell you, I'll guarantee that. So somebody's going to get hurt. Either me or you lot.
Why are you being like
No,
that?
that's it.
Look, please, honestly, I'm trying to sort this out.
We're not.
This simple debt recovery has turned into a dangerous situation for the agents.
Listen.
Now! Something!
Will Dell and Dale be able to keep tempers under control before the threats turn into real violence? High Court enforcement agents Delroy Anglin and his son Dale were in southeast London to recover a debt of over £3,500 owed to a van rental company.
Looking for Mr. Mohammed Bilal Taraftar.
About what?
But the debtor, Bilal, claimed the writ had nothing to do with him.
They've got the van, so why am I supposed to pay for £3,000?
He refused them access to the house.
Let one of us in. No
No.
problem.
And when his father got involved, the situation turned nasty.
Get out!
Why are you going?
Look, I don't give hands off! Get out of
Why
here!
are you doing that?
Hey, leave it.
Stop it. No.
So somebody's going to get hurt. Either me or you lot.
Now the agents must try and calm Bilal's father down and make him understand they have every right to be in the house.
Okay.
They have no right to come into my house. No, they have no right to come into my house. Just because of your size.
There's nothing to do with my size.
No, you are intimidating me.
I'm going to wait for the police.
You are forcing me.
Dale tries to explain the situation to Bilal's younger brother, Abid.
Is it your brother?
Yeah.
He's been there and watched it. I haven't done anything to your dad.
No, you forced me to it.
Your dad's the one that's hit me.
No,
I haven't
you
done
forced
anything.
me. Lying bastard, you know.
Talking here, obviously, is just going to make everyone upset. We'll just wait for the police and we'll get it done.
This is an ongoing thing with this idiot, man. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why my dad's pissed off.
It seems that Del and Dale are caught in the crossfire of an ongoing feud between Bilal and his father.
Why did you take him?
I'm not here to take it.
No, you have to take him. He's
Why?
a criminal.
Who's making him a criminal?
You are. You have a right to force him to my house.
We didn't force him to your house.
Yes, you have forced
No, we
him.
didn't force him to. You know what? I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah.
You called the police, let them come, and then we can deal with it. Okay? That's cool.
A lot of communities in this country are tight family communities where everyone lives in one home. Debt is a big thing, and obviously it can cause a massive issue. And unfortunately, obviously, we're the bearer of bad news, and I can understand why someone wouldn't want to bring their family into that.
With Bilal's father now downstairs, Del tries to break the stalemate.
The easiest way around this, pay the money, we leave. Well, then
Not
you're
you,
gonna have
speak
to.
to brother.
I'm just.
But don't pay it then. You're saying I'm not paying this. So really and truly, that attitude there is what's going to cause this, not me.
Bilal still claims that he safely returned the van after one day and that he's not responsible for the debt.
Something in this story doesn't make sense. So let me see if I can find out the other side of it.
Dale calls the rental company.
Afternoon.
And here's a very different version of events.
Their side of the story is that you did hire the van for 24 hours, like you said. They had to come and pick it up, but not after 24 hours. And you didn't tell them where it was. They had to go and find it using their tracker. It took them 2 weeks to do so. 2 weeks before they got their van back.
Dale now gives Bilal one last chance. Pay the debt, or the agents will be forced to seize possessions.
I want your brother to take responsibility and deal with this. Go speak to your brother, go in another room. I'll stand right here. You two guys obviously need to chat because he doesn't want to listen to us.
I'm letting you go through my stuff.
Yes,
my
I know.
stuff.
I
No one
understand.
else. I don't understand, man. It's their fucking
Listen.
right as a freaking enforcement officer, man.
Yeah, we'll
Fuck's
wait right
sake,
here.
bro.
We won't walk round. We'll wait here.
It's their fucking right, man. You can say whatever you want. It's their right. Listen, there's no point thinking in it. Listen, fucking man, if you're fucking paying $3.5 grand, yeah, they're gonna take everything in the fucking house. Do you know how to fucking understand that? Idiot. It's more worse than anyone. You fucking swallow your pride and ask someone to fucking help, man.
Tempers are rising again. And then, Bilal's uncle decides to get involved.
You want fighting?
No.
Huh?
No.
You want fighting? You tell me.
No, we don't want to
Huh?
fight. No.
You tell me.
No,
You are fighting?
no fighting. No.
I'm ready.
No.
I'm ready.
We're not nothing like
Yes, then go.
Nothing
Please
like
go.
that.
Go.
I can't leave here, sir.
Go. You go outside.
Sir, there is no fighting. I haven't moved from here. I haven't moved from here. I don't know why he's upset.
না হইছে ফাইট করতো নি আমি রেডি আমি রেডি প্লিজ চলে চকি করতে
Bilal's father reappears from downstairs.
I know you're not doing nothing. I know you're not doing nothing. Can you just stand there? You need to stand there.
We're not going around the house. We're standing right here.
Can you all of you would be happy? Don't be stupid, man! Fucking stop it! Please, Papa! Just please stop it, man! Fucking no, bro! What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Where is get out of this bloody house? Fucking no, bro! Are you stupid, man? Fucking crying, bro! Papa, please, man! Fucking no, bro! Look what you're doing, man! They're fucking right! You don't understand, bro! They're not gonna move! They're not gonna move unless they get the 3.5 grand or 4.5 grand of fucking worth of assets! Don't you understand?
Sometimes it can be very shocking because sometimes everything's very flat and then instantly it's like a light switched on and everything just erupts, and we've got to try and control that in the safest way we can.
The agents have now been in the house for 2 hours. Abid decides to make them an offer.
Well, can I give a deposit or something of 2 grand? Because I've only got about 2 grand on me. Can I give a deposit or something? Huh? Stop fucking me long, man.
How much?
Huh?
It has to be the full amount. I know you're trying. I can see that. I'd always help you with too. Yeah.
But even if it's a small thing, it's
Hear me.
still
Hear me.
thing, innit? Come
Listen.
on. Look, at the end of the day, you're paying me back, not these fucking. I know that.
Listen.
That's it. I'd rather have that. You fucking pay me back, not these fucking pricks. That can take everything in the fucking sorry for me.
No, I understand.
Everything. I'll chase you up for fucking 5 years if you have to pay me back 2 grand. I'm not gonna come to your fucking yard and take your shit now, man. That's fucking Dad's cars. I've enough his car.
Abid's offer of £2,000 isn't enough to clear the debt. But finally, Bilal starts to make some calls to try and raise the remaining £1,500.
Where are you? Where? The bailiff's in my house.
Finally, nearly 3 hours after they were called, the police arrive at the house.
Yes, we're trying to sort things out. You.
Bilal's father makes immediate allegations about the agents.
Gentleman, he used his size to force me into it.
You know, we wasn't here present, obviously got lots of paper, some of their warrants have a foul entry.
It's a high court writ.
I don't like it that somebody's coming to my house.
I mean, the best thing I would say is try and be on these guys' side, try and facilitate as much as possible. It's law enforcement. So there's not much more to do, right? Okay.
With the agent's authority established, Bilal's father makes a surprise offer of £1,500 to resolve the debt.
No, clear funds. That'd be a card. Clear funds. One more for 2,000. One was for 1,500.
Together with Abid's £2,000 payment, the debt is finally settled.
Thank you.
But before they leave, Bilal's father has one last word.
You got a phone number? Have you got his phone number?
No boy.
You safe, yeah? You need anything? Just give us a call if you've got any queries, yeah? All right, bro.
5 hours after they first arrived, the case is finally over. In London, average rents are 100% higher than the rest of the UK. Londoners renting in the private sector spend on average 60% of their income on rent, and evictions are on the rise. Clapton, East London. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner are on their way to carry out an eviction.
Today we have a writ of possession.
The tenant, Mr. Proctor, has lived in the flat for 6 years, but his tenancy expired 5 months ago.
Turned down 64. 64.
Mr. Proctor isn't in rent arrears, but his landlord decided not to renew his lease.
Look at that. Is that a parking place?
Yeah, I'm just going to park here.
Okay.
A locksmith is already at the property.
Did he bring the keys?
Only for this door.
Oh, that's all right.
Mr. Proctor has already been given notice of the eviction by the county court, but the landlord has escalated the case to the High Court. Today, the agents are here without warning.
Hello? Mr. Proctor? Could you open the door, please?
What is it?
High Court enforcement. If you open the door, we can explain everything to you. Thank you very much. This is for you. This is from the High Court.
I haven't heard this from the court saying...
OK, what's happened is it's gone all through the county court, and the county court have issued you a date to leave.
Right.
You was probably instructed, possibly by the council or somebody, to wait until you got third letter.
Oh, no, just to the date to leave, but I haven't had the date to leave.
Well, it couldn't have gone to the High Court until you had been instructed to leave.
Let me show you the last letter I've got.
No problem.
Can I just put my shirt on?
Yeah, just please get dressed.
So all I've had...
OK.
Transfer to the High Court for enforcement, but nothing else.
OK. There'd be a letter prior to this saying that you had to leave the property by a certain date. Unfortunately, but you do have to leave today.
Oh my God, I didn't know, Isaac.
No, that's
No
all right.
idea.
Just relax, OK? Don't panic. Let's just explain everything to you, OK? The landlord has taken it to the High Court, and with the High Court, there is no notification at all,
Oh, my
because you were already supposed to be gone.
But that's not what the judge told me to do.
If
county court told me to do, or the lawyer told me to do. That's not, or even my housing officer told me to do.
OK, first things first, talk to somebody, explain them that we are here now, and we're going to give you an hour to get your personal effects together, which you need for a day or two, and then you can make an arrangement to come back and collect everything that's yours.
You can come in, it's very small.
It's a bit squeezed for me, I'm a bit fat for this.
Sorry, I'm a bit upset as well.
No, I will try and squeeze it. I'm in.
Mr. Proctor is living in one tiny room. So small, Paul has to wait downstairs.
This is supposed to be a one-bedroom flat and they want £1,200 a month for it. Just I thought I'd let you know that. The landlord's not the maximum amount of money that they can possibly get.
Mr. Proctor claims that the landlord wants to move new tenants in and triple the rent.
It's not exactly a... well, one-bedroom flat, is it?
Exactly, but that's what they're told everybody it is.
Mr. Proctor knew his landlord wanted to evict him. A housing association has offered to help him through the process.
Yeah, you can help me. I'm in a complete emergency.
He tries to reach his support worker on the phone.
The bailiffs have just turned up today, and I've got a writ of possession, so I have to leave today. I need you to be with me now, ASAP. This is really, really important. I'm standing here with the bailiff, standing right in front of me. It's Carl.
Mr. Proctor's phone has run out of credit.
I'm going to top the phone up, I'm sorry.
No, that's...
What else can I do?
No, that's OK.
Whilst he waits, a professional actor's studio portrait catches his eye.
I'm an actor.
Are you famous in your acting?
See with the DVD, if you go down, see a big fat one which is kind of grey. Down, 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 down. Start, pull that out. You see me on the front cover.
Oh, right.
Didn't look like I looked when I got out of bed, tried to bailiffs and fucking morning. Anyway, I've done loads of stuff since, but not to Shakespeare. This is a bit of a frigging tragedy today, isn't it, really?
It is sad when you see people who've worked hard all their life and then gradually they're actually falling on hard times, and the consequence is that the farther they fall, the more chance there is they lose the roof over their heads.
Now with credit on his phone, Mr. Proctor tries to get hold of his support worker again.
I'm in a complete emergency. I have a support worker. Her phone is switched off at the moment. I don't know what to do. This is the last thing I was expecting. The last thing. This has all happened within the last half an hour. In the next few minutes, yeah? Because otherwise... OK, all right. Cheers. Bye. Bye. No, she's off. That's... I manage another place, you know. I'm in such a kind of mess now. You know...
Get yourself together. Get a bag together of what you need. Obviously, medication, identification, because you're going to need an ID for the council.
This is just like... Christ, this is like a kick in the balls at the moment. This is the last thing I needed.
While he packs, it becomes clear to Steve that Mr. Proctor has been living in difficult conditions.
There's no oven, so that's why I've got my slow cooker. Into a little shower. Not I've had hot water for months. Luxury, isn't it?
Hopefully, from this day on, it's going to get better.
Well,
because you won't have this, will you? I just need to get the locksmith to come up, change the locks. You all right for a few minutes?
Yeah. I can't think. My brain's frozen. I can't think what else to pack.
I
With the locks changed, the eviction is complete. David must now leave the room he's called home for the last 6 years.
Sorry, what's your first name?
David.
David, Paul.
It will be up to the council to provide emergency accommodation. But as a single man, he won't be a priority for rehousing.
Living conditions weren't brilliant by any means. I mean, it was a tiny little place. Barely swing a cat in there. You know, it's just nowhere near enough room for someone to live. I don't think so.
Paul and Steve have faced a distressing eviction. But in Brian and Dell's next case,
I'm not going to waste my time. I'm going to call a removal vehicle and I'm going to enter your hotel. What would you like to do?
a debtor in denial leaves a hotel in chaos.
I'm going to call a truck.
Last year, over 100,000 county court judgments were issued against businesses in England and Wales. With an average value of nearly £3,500, creditors are increasingly turning to the High Court to get their money back. High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Delroy Anglin are in Greenwich, south-east London, to collect money owed by a hotel to a catering supplies company.
What have we got now, Del?
We're going to KPS Bars Limited, trading as King William Hotel. The amount we're looking to collect is £6,507.79p.
Okay. This has been refurbed, mate. It's all freshly painted.
If the owners of the hotel can't or won't pay today, the agents have the right to seize goods to offset the value of the debt.
Hi, mate. Yeah, I'm trying to find King William's Hotel. We're here. Oh, is that the hotel there?
Yeah, this is the hotel.
Hi, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. My name's Mr. Anglin. I have a High Court writ here.
Manager, so you have to come either when there's a manager here.
No, I'm here now and I'm going to deal with the situation.
There's nothing to do here.
Well, will you get the manager then, please?
She's not here and she needs to go out and call her for you, but...
Well,
The receptionist, Valerie, appears to be the only member of staff in the hotel.
I've got a High Court writ for monies owed, okay? And I need to collect £6,500. Well, I know you don't personally, but it's not against you.
They don't keep money on the premises, so...
Well, they don't have to. They can sort of transfer it from one bank to another, can't they?
I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I think it might, because if it doesn't, then we will have to go in each and every room and remove goods to cover that.
How many rooms are here?
20.
Okay.
The manager,
Yeah.
she's not in, and then the owners are Sam and Kuma, who actually own the hotel.
Can you call them?
I don't have the number.
Valerie rings a colleague, Maria, for help.
There's law enforcement here, so what do I do? Because I can't get through to Sam and Kuma because I don't know the number.
Do you want me to speak to her?
Yeah.
I'm happy to. Hello? Yeah, good afternoon. Hi, you're right.
What the enforcement is for?
We have a High Court writ.
Right, okay.
Maria gives Valerie a number for Sam, one of the owners.
She's here at King William Hotel, and they'd like to speak to... Yeah, should I pass you over to the gentleman? Yeah.
Your turn, Brian. I'll be effect. I'm listening.
Hello, who's this, please? Sam, how you doing? My name's Brian O'Shaughnessy. Who are you in connection to this business? You own it? Okay, no problem. What we need, sir, is full payment now to satisfy the High Court writ. We have to either collect full monies or enforce it, which will be removal of goods, obviously. We don't want to do that. Because I'm not going to waste my time. Because if you can't, I'm going to call a removal vehicle and I'm going to enter your hotel. What would you like to do? Thank you very much. You can't pay. I'm going to call a truck. Can you talk to him? He's on the phone. Not wasting any time.
With owner Sam saying he can't pay, Brian calls for recovery vehicles. He hopes that the threat of seizing goods will kickstart the hotel owners into paying the £6,500 debt.
You also mentioned to him we will be going into the guests' rooms to remove goods belonging to the hotel. He's not going to pay.
The agents have the right to take goods from all areas of the hotel, including the bedrooms, if they're unoccupied.
Hello, so how are you?
Very well, how are you?
I would suggest you hold back on that until we've resolved the issue.
So, would you mind taking a seat? Sorry.
Dal advises that the guests remain in the lobby until the case is resolved.
Obviously, I didn't expect this to happen. I don't think they expected it to happen, to be fair, looking at the look on their face.
Well, I feel sorry for the customers because it's not their business, it's not their fight. They just want a room for the night. I haven't worked all day, you know, and they've turned up, haven't paid their good money, and they may not get a room.
2 hours after the agents first arrived, no one has turned up to help Valerie deal with the situation. But then she gets a call.
They said somebody will be here within 50 minutes.
To...
Someone pays the money.
They need to pay in full as well.
Outside the hotel, the removal vehicles have now arrived. The agents need to be ready to seize goods, just in case the owner fails to pay the full £6,500. One of the items is a classic old red telephone box.
What is it that you wanted to take? Telephone box. It's going to be a pain in the arse, isn't it? Yeah, of course you can. But it weighs a bloody ton. They're going to have a look at it and see what it weighs. About 8 or 9 people to get that in when they were moving it from next door into here. I've got another vehicle coming to remove any other assets, sofas and stuff like that.
15 minutes have now passed since the owners last called, and they still haven't arrived to make a payment.
We'll take the sofas, we'll move the sofas. We'll do what you want, yeah?
If the owners don't show up soon, they might not have a hotel to come back to. Valerie talks to Sam again.
So then they can hold off taking the goods because they've already started taking the chairs. You're coming to pay money. Okay, then I'll tell them and then they'll hold off taking it.
It's going with cash, is it?
Just coming with cash.
Okay.
With the promise of payment in full, Dell goes outside to put the removal on hold.
Fine. He reckons it's coming with cash. Let's hold it now.
Finally, the owners show up. The agents have been at the hotel for nearly 4 hours. Now, because of extra fees, their original £6,500 debt has been increased by another £1,600.
How are you? What's your number, man? Thanks for coming. Come in. It is 811699. Okay, Mr. Kumar, I've been here for 4 hours. You've got customers sitting in your reception, and we need to get it resolved and paid. I would love to get paid and leave and let your business continue. Okay? Thank you very much. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
With the debt now being paid in full, Dell tells Valerie that the case has been resolved.
You can deal with the guests now if you like.
Thank you, Valerie. That's fine. Thanks for paying it. Happy days, pay cash. Let's go. Yeah, all done.
The collection vehicles are sent away, and Brian and Dell have got the result they needed for the claimant.
7 or 8 grand. All £1,000 bags, yeah, 50s. But that's somebody's money. You know, that could keep a business afloat, you know? Has a knock-on effect. But these people still want to sit there and think we're out of order of what we're doing. Poor Valerie, she had to deal with us, the punters, and the bosses. I mean, that woman deserves a medal.
The total value of the buy-to-let property market in the UK is set to exceed £1 trillion in 2016. But landlords across the UK are losing £9.9 billion in rent arrears and property damage each year. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill and Steve Pinner are on the road again. This time they're in North London to carry out another repossession.
Today we're in Tottenham. We have a repossession in Strode Road.
The tenants, Anna Blashak and her family, have lived in the property for over 3 years. The landlord claims they owe him thousands of pounds in unpaid rent.
It's quite tidy, isn't it? It's like a nice little enclave.
23.
But the agents aren't here to collect the rent arrears. Their job is to get the tenants out today. The landlord, Mario, is waiting for them at the property.
Morning.
Hello.
Oh, this isn't good by the looks of it.
It's not good.
All right.
Hey, the tenant is not happy. She doesn't want to leave.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, it was 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Mario has just warned his tenants they're about to be evicted.
You mad then?
Yeah. Are you mad?
No, we're not mad. You don't own the property. You've just repossessed it.
Where are we meant to go? I have a child that's 4 months old.
Okay, relax, please.
Polish-born tenants, Claudia and her mother Anna, are clearly in shock. Claudia calls her boyfriend for help.
Are you coming? Say hurry up, because they came, bruv. What am I meant to do? Bruv, what am I meant to fucking do? Hurry up, then. Okay.
As Claudia has a young baby, Steve needs them to understand what they must do next.
Can I explain how the system works?
I know, I'm putting the police.
Okay, I'll explain to you anyway.
explain, but
You have an hour to get your personal effects together. You can then make an arrangement and come back and collect everything else.
Well,
Okay, what would you
police
like?
are asking who you're like.
We're High Court enforcement,
High Court enforcement.
and we have a writ from the High Court.
Yeah, but we didn't get nothing from the court that we didn't.
You won't get anything from the High Court. You will only get paperwork
Do you
from the
have
council.
warrants?
Pardon?
Warrants?
Yes. This one is for you, which enables you to take this to the council, and the council will then help you, hopefully, with housing.
Yeah, but we have nowhere to go.
I was trying to explain it to you.
Yeah, but you don't get it. We have nowhere to go. We didn't even get a letter from the court.
Some people, once we've knocked on the door and we go in and we explain to them the situation, then they say, oh, we're going to phone the police, asking them if we can be here. Well, all of that's all okay, but you need to get your stuff together because, you know, you're wasting valuable time.
Claudia is trying to get the police to come and stop the eviction.
Yeah, but the thing is, we have nowhere to go. We didn't even get a letter from that. We need to move out. Yeah, but the thing is, I have a lot of things. I'm not going to fuck in an hour.
You didn't listen to me. I said
Never mind.
you have an hour to take your personal effects, and then you can make an arrangement to come back and collect everything that belongs to you.
Yeah, but what am I meant to do is that? How am I meant to do that? I need the whole day to bank that thing.
The police tell Claudia the agents have a legal right to evict her today.
Nie przyjadą, bo powiedzieli, że mają to z sądu i mamy iść do kancilu. A ja idę niewyszukowana.
The tenants claim they know nothing about the eviction, so Paul and Steve head out to talk to landlord Mario and his wife.
It's horrible, but it's not personal to them. It's just that I can't afford to keep paying the mortgage without covering the bills.
But then Claudia suddenly appears at the door, wanting to talk to the agents.
If we're moving out today, then let him give us basically 1 month the basic deposit to give it back.
Claudia claims it's not them who owe the money to the landlord, but the other way round.
Mom said that if we paid him on Saturday, £200 for the house.
Sorry, I don't.
Come then.
I don't understand what you're trying to say. What happens is now.
Listen, we paid him money on this fucking Saturday, and then I want it back. Simple as.
With the eviction going nowhere, Paul and Steve must try and get the tenants out before the dispute turns ugly. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner were in Tottenham, North London, to carry out an eviction.
Oh, this isn't good. I looked at it.
The tenant, Claudia, said she knew nothing about the eviction.
Where are we meant to go? Where are we meant to go? I have a child that's 4 months old.
Okay, relax, please.
The landlord claimed his tenants owed thousands of pounds in unpaid rent.
I can't afford to pay the mortgage.
But Claudia had a very different version of events.
Listen, we paid him money on this fucking Saturday, and then I want it back. Simple as.
Now Paul wants to get to the truth of the matter.
They've known about the eviction since May of last year.
Yeah. Have you got the Samaritans on? Because I can see this is stressing you.
He does, he gets
I get very
No,
stressed.
but listen, this story is what we hear 3 or 4 times a day. And this is slightly worse because they're loud.
Mario claims that he's been trying to get the tenants out for 9 months.
So what is the rent arrears then?
I don't know, it's in the several thousand.
Minutes later, Claudia spots her landlord waiting outside and decides to confront him.
Because you're kicking us out. We need the money. We paid you 2 days ago.
But you're owing thousands. You haven't paid the rent for months.
We haven't paid it. We pay every week.
Oh.
Exactly. So why is he lying for now?
Claudia claims that she and her mother are up to date with their rent. But despite the ongoing dispute, the High Court writ means the family must leave today.
We're going to call the police now.
Mamo, on powiedział, że dzwoni na policję. I have message, sent landlord. I have money.
But I don't get it. She pays him every week.
Saturday.
Can I stop you? This eviction...
Mario.
Yeah, you sent me money on Saturday.
Yeah. Why you not tell me I not pay?
Hannah, how much money have I paid because you won't leave the property? Yeah? You don't understand.
And every week, 200 pounds.
It's not every week, Anna.
Every week.
It wasn't every week,
Yeah,
Anna.
every
No,
week.
It's not enough.
With tempers rising, Paul advises Mario to leave the property until the tenants have gone.
I've sent the landlord away. He's getting stressed anyway. He wants to be somewhere else. We've got the key. So we'll just do the normal. We'll lock them up, meet him later on and give him the keys.
The agents have now been at the house for over an hour, but the tenants still seem reluctant to leave.
This eviction process has actually been going on for 9 months.
9 months?
It started off as rent arrears, turned into an end of tenancy because the rent arrears scenario was just never going to go anywhere.
Get yourself ready, get the baby sorted, And then you can take that letter and yourself and the baby down to the council.
I don't get why you coming here, yeah? And basically, I didn't even get a letter. Mum just got a letter. Let me show you what letter she got.
After claiming she knew nothing about the eviction, Claudia fetches a letter from the county court.
And doesn't say anywhere that we need to move out at 11 o'clock.
Okay, the judge here has said that it can be transferred to the High Court. Now, with the High Court, you don't get any notification. I know it doesn't work for you, and I get that. We don't make the rules, okay?
The reality with some of the people that we go to is that they tell us they're not going to leave. The real story is that they are going to leave. The piece of paper says they will leave.
The family finally seem to understand that they must go, but they still don't seem to be in any hurry.
It's now 12:20. We've been here since 11 o'clock.
No, everything could take.
You're not taking everything.
Anna has called her ex-partner to help move their belongings.
How long before the car is coming?
50 minutes.
No, that's not good enough. So you need to start putting stuff outside the house.
I'm not finished.
Nearly 2 hours after the agents first arrived at the house, Claudia's boyfriend and Anna's ex-partner have finally arrived to help.
You understand the situation here? Okay, fine.
If you get any problems, if you photograph the sticker on the door, that's our company. So if you get any problems with getting stuff and things, yeah, just take a photograph of it. All right.
As Claudia has a baby, she'll be entitled to emergency accommodation.
Okay.
The eviction is now complete.
At the end of the day, they understood the situation.
They owe £10,000 worth in rent, or between £7,000 and £10,000 worth in rent. They'd be giving him dribs and drabs, 200 here, 200 there. No, it's just not, it doesn't cut the mustard, does it?
Just dragging their heels for time and everything, you know, because they want to.
Next time, Del and Dale find themselves in a volatile situation.
It's not your stuff. We are taking it. Move from there. All of this is unnecessary.
Brian and Del meet a couple whose lives have been turned upside down,
It should have cost £4 to bury a fucking human being.
while Stuart and Vic meet a businessman at the end of her tether.
You're not moving anything. I've still got all in my arse.
We won't be leaving here until the money's collected.
And if you thought that was tense, stand by for the double bill, including the season finale of Suspects, The Enemy Within, next here on Channel 5. Whilst over on 5 Star Next, if you've got the questions, and you definitely do, brand new Sex Pod has got the answers.
Kenapa ini gas ini?